Hi there, I'm Alicia Malone, and I hope you have your dancing shoes on because today on TCM's 31 Days of Oscar, we're all about dancing with a lineup of Oscar nominated or Oscar winning musicals. This afternoon, we have a Fred Astaire triple feature, beginning with a Fred and Ginger musical from 1936, which was nominated for Best Dance Direction and won Best Original Song for The Way You Look Tonight. Directed by George Stevens, it's Swing Time. That wasn't the original title. The film was initially titled I Won't Dance and then Never Going to Dance. And despite featuring no swing music, Swing Time was ultimately chosen to capitalize on the popularity of swing dancing. This was the sixth film to star Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, and it features Astaire as Lucky Garnett, a dancer who likes to gamble and is challenged by his fiance's father to come up with $25,000 before there's a wedding. Along the way, he meets a dance instructor named Penny Carroll, played by Ginger Rogers, and sets out to woo her instead. Swing Time is filled with wonderful songs by Jerome Kern and Dorothy Fields, many of which have become beloved standards, such as A Fine Romance, Pick Yourself Up, Never Gonna Dance, and the Academy Award-winning The Way You Look Tonight. And the dance numbers, choreographed by Hermes Pan and Fred Astaire, were demanding. Ginger Rogers later wrote that they filmed 48 takes of Never Gonna Dance because so many technical problems kept occurring, like a lighting mistake or a noise in the camera, one of them missing a step, or, as Rogers wrote, right at the end of a perfect take, Fred's toupee flipped off. Throughout all of this, Rogers kept dancing, even though her shoes were killing her, and during one break she found that her shoes were filled with blood, having danced her feet raw. There's also an Oscar-nominated musical number called Bojangles of Harlem, conceived to celebrate the tap dancing legend Bill Bojangles Robinson, and this number shows Astaire playing a version of Bojangles in blackface makeup. From 1936, here are Fred and Ginger in Swing Time. Swing Time remains a great example of the genius of the Fred Astaire Ginger Rogers musical formula, with a simple plot designed to showcase their wonderful chemistry and their skills as dancers. The film was nominated for 2 Academy Awards, including Best Dance Direction for choreographer Hermes Pan. This category began honouring movies released in 1935, but after the awards for the film year of 1937, it was dropped. The Directors Guild had protested the use of the word direction, saying that it should strictly apply to the entire film. Swing Time lost Best Dance Direction to The Great Ziegfeld, but it did win its other category, Best Original Song for The Way You Look Tonight, composed by Jerome Kern with lyrics by Dorothy Fields. This was the first of 2 Oscar wins for Kern and the first and only Oscar win for Fields. And we're not done with Fred Astaire just yet. After this quick break, I'll be back with Astaire and Jane Powell in an Oscar-nominated musical partly based on Astaire's life. So keep watching.
Next on TCM, Royal Wedding, then The Bandwagon, and later, 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. Everyone's courting Oscar today.